Prince Edward delivered a speech on the Queen's behalf at the General Synod of the Church of England yesterday after she cancelled her appearance following medical advice. Before making the speech, Edward said Her Majesty sent her sincere and deep apologies that she cannot be here today. The Queen had never previously missed her 5-yearly visit to the Synod since its inception 51 years ago. She also missed the National Remembrance Sunday service at the Cenotaph this weekend with a sprained back. The sprain is believed to be unrelated to the recent medical advice for her to rest. Her Majesty does not have any major public engagements planned for the remainder of 2021, but will make virtual appearances from Windsor Castle at some events. The 95-year-old monarch was granted permission to leave Windsor Castle during her rest period, and travelled to her Sandringham country home via helicopter. The visit was believed to be part of her planning for Christmas. The Queen has invited the royal family to Norfolk for the festive period after having to celebrate separately last year due to coronavirus lockdown rules. Royal expert Russell Myers told Pod Save the Queen the guest list will be far and wide but isn't totally confirmed yet, and he refused to rule out a cameo appearance from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Pod Save the Queen is hosted by Zoe Fawzi and features Daily Mirror royal editor Mr. Myers. On last week's episode, Mr. Myers said, she wanted to go to the big house, Sandringham, and have some meetings with the staff about what is happening in the coming weeks. But she also spent some time at Wood Farm, and that is, obviously, where her husband Prince Philip spent his final years after he retired in 2017. I think that tells you where the Queen is at. She needed to be there, she needed to seek some solace. It had been a particularly tough couple of weeks, she'd been in hospital and she'd been told by doctors that she needed to slow down. Instead of residing at Sandringham House itself, one of 2 large homes owned by the Queen in a private capacity, Philip preferred the modest 5-bedroom farmhouse called Wood Farm. Located on a corner of the 600-acre Sandringham estate, which also houses Prince William and Kate, Duchess of Cambridge's country home of Anmer Hall, Philip enjoyed the relative seclusion it offered. He divided his time between there and Windsor Castle. Darren McGrady, a former royal chef who worked for the Queen and Princess Diana, among others, shared his fond memories of Wood Farm on Twitter. He posted a picture on Twitter last year of him with the Queen's beloved corgis, and said, "I used to love it there. It's so small you get to interact with them every day, rattle pans and play with the corgis." And when the Queen looks into the kitchen after a busy week and says thank you, you can't get a bigger compliment than that. A modestly furnished cottage, Philip oversaw the implementation of a new kitchen shortly after retiring, according to Hello magazine. He is reported to have enjoyed reading, painting and inviting friends to stay. Several other members of the royal family have spent time at Wood Farm in years gone by. William and Kate spent time with their friends there before their marriage. Sarah Ferguson, Prince Andrew's ex-wife, previously stayed there during the Christmas period when her daughters Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie were growing up. Staying at Wood Farm meant she could be close by without being a part of the Queen's formal celebrations at Sandringham itself. This Christmas will be the Queen's first without her husband by her side. Royal expert Ingrid Seward told Grazia in 2018 that the Queen asks each of her guests to weigh themselves before and after their visit. The tradition is believed to date back to King Edward VII's reign in the early 1900s. Edward wanted to make sure his guests ate well, with guests asked to go on a brisk walk after the Queen's speech to make room for more food. The way-in is to check that one enjoyed themselves, evidenced by putting on weight. To subscribe to Pod Save the Queen, go to your normal podcast provider.